staring at it. It says you every time we stream, you stare at it.
I stream it. I stare at what? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Oh, it hasn't gone live yet.
No, and if you're gonna go on stream, turn the phone down so we don't have an echo.
Oh no, the volume's down.
Oh.
I was just gonna look at the description to see what I missed.
Who said it was the description?
If it makes you feel any better, nobody else has noticed it either.
Gee, I wonder why no one else noticed it. Oh, I feel so bad for that person. Someone's playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy.
You didn't put a and were almost in the clearing?
That's not what it was, but okay.
Oh. What is the... What am I... What? That it says Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves?
Nope.
Oh, no,
That's gonna change in a moment.
What am I missing?
I have to get into...
Wait, I don't...
It's not on that screen. You'll be able to see it.
It's nothing here?
No, it's gonna be here in like 5 seconds when we finish setting up. That she noticed it.
I'm so lost. I don't... What, huh?
Give me like 10 seconds. Jesus.
I'm so lost.
Okay, we have updated. Yes, okay. Uh-huh. We've updated.
I don't know what I missed.
Okay, hey guys, welcome to the stream. Today I'm joined by my co-host, my boyfriend Lance. Or sorry, Lance Bigfoot.
Yes.
Lance Bigfoot.
I hate it when it does this.
Talk to Breeze. Bring it up with him.
Although, shouldn't it be boyfriend Bigfoot, though?
No, Lance Bigfoot.
Okay.
Well, no, Emily would be like wifey Bigfoot.
Yeah. And then Regina's sister Bigfoot. So that would make me
Lance Bigfoot.
boyfriend Bigfoot.
No, Lance Bigfoot.
But that doesn't make any sense, though. Because you got sister, you got wifey, you got mama, you got baby. Technically, it should be boyfriend Bigfoot.
But Lance...
Do we ever tell you? We were playing, was it Overwatch one night? And there was somebody named Bigfoot that was on the other team. I said, JC, you gotta send him a message and say, are you my father?
Okay.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Are you my dad?
Send him a friend with
Oh my god, that's funny.
I sent him a friend request.
Hey, Dad, I found you. After all this time, it's been so long. Hide and seek's over.
You finally come back with the milk? Oh, no.
The milk and cigarettes?
No, Bigfoot. This is Bigfoot. What would he be leaving the house to
Did
get?
you get the pine cones and sap? I don't know.
The deer?
Who knows?
Oh my god. Some YouTuber was making a joke about it, and he has this, like, personality, something the clown, and he's going on about love, and how love is so stupid, and then, you know, how his dad left him to go get a gallon of milk.
Jesus.
No, it gets better. And then at the end of the video, it's like, the clown Zach calls, it's like, he's like, Dad, is that you? It's like, yeah, I'll be home soon. It's like, where were you all these years? Oh, it was a really long line to get the milk. You know, I'm staring at the mistake right now, and you see it, you're gonna be like, what the Christ?
Yep.
I don't... What am I supposed to be seeing? That this isn't capitalized?
No.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at.
Maybe look a little left.
Look a little left?
Yeah, it's on this potential whole screen.
Oh, come on. I picked it up right away.
Should I point it out or make him suffer?
Make him suffer.
Okay.
Oh, that's just mean. That's just mean. Is
If it makes you feel any better, it's been like that for like maybe almost 2 months now. I actually wasn't even thinking that side. I was thinking more this side.
You know, that's not how you spell alerts.
Really? I was thinking you'd pick up on it right away.
I never noticed it, because I'm always looking over here in the chat. I'm never looking over here. Letters.
I was like, well, I'm going to humor myself and just do this. She picked up on it a couple times. I'm like, you know, alerts is spelled wrong. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm waiting for Lance to notice it.
So you were specifically waiting for me to notice.
Yes. Yep. Anyways, we're actually going to start the stream now.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Shouldn't you fix the alerts thing?
Nah.
No, no.
Anyways, welcome to the
Do
stream.
we have volume on the... Everything working?
Yes.
So we don't have to go through this again?
Yes, yeah, everything's working. Alright. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I have to get her voice down. I haven't done this in a while. I'm sorry for what my sister said. I'm dressed.
Oh yeah, she said that at the end of the trial last time.
I didn't know. I never knew that SL9 incident was just a name for the Joe Dart killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me.
You really need to get in the loop, dude.
I know, really. No, we've been
Listen.
hiding underneath a rock.
I've been just here in my office for this, like, however many months without Maya. Just been like, I don't know what to do. Just, eating ice cream, drinking juice.
He drinks a lot of grape juice. Lana wanted Dark. I want to call him Drake. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was a prosecutor, Neil Marshall. He was murdered. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
One night, on the night that's great.
Okay.
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, he was always trying to save me.
So that means you...
Yes. I was a witness to the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming.
I don't think doing here?
Phoenix doesn't see anything.
That's a very valid point there.
You're kind of right. Yeah. Judge never sees anything coming. We specifically say stuff in the trial, and he's like, "What does that mean?" And it's like, dude, we just said it out loud. Do we have to repeat ourselves? Do I have to spell it out for you, Judge?
You might need to use sign language or say it in French or something.
Or just get on Judge Tinder, make a fake profile, and then just be like, yo, look at this gavel, and have the gavel engraved with what you just said. And be like,
That'd be the only time we would listen. But how many gavels?
hey, Galaxy, what's up?
Aloha. So how many gavels would you go through?
Depending on how much we said, we would have just like a picture of a whole line of gavels that we could just zoom in on and look at the engravings, and it would say what we just said.
That'd be too much work for him, and he'd be too distracted.
Well, no, because he likes to look at the details of the gavels.
Oh, that's right.
Because he's so enthralled by it. Yes.
Okay. Means family.
Hannah.
I mean, you could give. I mean, you could talk in an Irish accent as all this episode. All my Phoenix. He's from Irish for it.
Right, I could do that. I could.
Because you didn't get to do it today.
Well, you're gonna talk or not?
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about. Oh, it was.
Do you even English there, love?
It was right about this time of the year too.
Basher, Jesus, great. That was wonderful then. Wonderful. Grand. You just very good.
There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. When suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. It was very terrifying. I would be like, okay. Galaxy says that was amazing.
I want to be a voice actor, so you know I do my best.
It sounded like such. I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. Joe Dark. But okay, let's just take a minute. Who's more terrifying, him or that Manfred?
Von Karma. Honestly, I'd say this guy, he is actually more like terrifying. Von Karma was just more annoying. It was just like, oh jeez.
Oh, I know what you meant though. Jonah. Oh, yeah, that was your line. Sorry.
Zelda's voice? I can't do female voices. Galaxy, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you though, Hugo Strange is the one that's behind all this.
Or at least he has something to do with it. He's involved somehow.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take him hostage. But before he could, Marshall tackled him. Then...
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Well, that's what I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. When I saw it burn a permanent picture in my mind, I can still see it now.
Honestly, I'd really like to voice act in video games, animated movies, and cartoons and stuff. Just play many different voices, like as many as I could. Because basically what you have to do is you audition for a certain part. So if there's a... Let's say your manager says, oh, hey, like, just as a thing, you'd be like, hey, Lance, I got word of someone doing a cartoon that you might be interested in. They have a character you might like. And I'd be like, oh, awesome, okay, so what you would have to do is you would have to send in a video of you, like reading the lines of that character so they can see if they would want you or not. Or you go there in person and audition in person. And then they tell you, yeah, we think you're a good fit, we'd like to have you on the team. Or we say, we didn't think that, like, you're... It would be more like...
Your voice doesn't suit this.
We don't see your voice suiting this certain character the way we wanted it to, but you did a good job. So, it's interesting, though. I think it'd be really fun.
I know it's really hard to get your foot in the door.
Mm-hmm. And especially with me needing to get my own sound studio, where I have no space in the house we're living in right now to do so.
I'm just putting my stream out there, don't mind me.
You're good.
He said so, Buzz or Woody?
If I had to choose to voice one, I'd probably go with Buzz. Yeah, basically just like that.
He got accepted as a voice actor?
Well, technically what they do is like they go in sound studios and record their lines. Probably for the new Into the Spider-Verse thing.
Oh.
Maybe.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So, you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must have been why Lana... that must be why Lana, like, she made up the crime.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
Why is it in red? The prosecutor's office wanted a guilty verdict, so that Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edward used it.
Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known. He was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
It's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After the case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma.
I don't know, I don't follow him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well, I think he's playing a young Nathan Drake.
Yep.
From Uncharted.
Tom Holland.
Which just kind of
Weird.
ruins. I don't like Tom Holland really as an actor, so it just kind of ruins the character. Not really ruins the character,
Yeah,
but
because you know what I kind of see as is,
Nathan Fillion.
yeah.
Yes! Oh, Cade 6. He voiced Cade 6.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
In Destiny 2 and Destiny 1, he voiced Cade 6. And Cade 6 was...
Yeah, I just always picture his voice. I don't know who does them.
Oh, interesting.
Warlock's better.
You know, the Guardian games are coming up soon. And,
The World War what?
the Guardian games, which is like Destiny's version of the Olympics to see which class reigns supreme. Last year was the fucking Titans. Kill me.
Watch, I want them to win again this year. Well, actually, I want the Warlocks to win. Titans. Yes.
You know you're dating a hunter, right?
You know it's your tangerine, right?
Oh, I know that, but we're trying to talk about your blasphemous behavior currently.
Oh, blasphemous, that's what this is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because hunters are obviously the most superior of all the classes. Because we have Shadow Shot, which can tether you and take you out of pursuit.
Oh, he most likely got well known as Peter Parker. I beg to differ though, because I think warlocks are pretty badass too. And I think I'd say they're more badass than hunters.
We get capes and hoods. We have hoods.
We can float.
We can go invisible. We have golden.
We have magic.
We have golden gun.
Because that matters. Why?
I can summon a flaming revolver as a super and disintegrate enemies with a single shot.
I'm sure there's something that a wizard can do like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure the wizards have something.
Oh, you can shoot like lightning out of your hands. You can do like a Kamehameha, like
Moira.
Nova Bomb.
Yes. I can do one.
You can Nova War. You have a sword that shoots flaming.
Yeah, we'll get an
things.
account with that for you, and you can play with us. You can play. We'll make you.
I can be a Moira. What? Because I play
Well,
an awesome Moira.
You do play awesome warrior. Warlocks are still better.
No, they're not. No.
Okay.
We can agree Titans are the worst. Hands down. But hunters, you know, they're the best.
You missaid warlocks.
No, we didn't. Hunters best.
Well, the whole thing with like him being Peter Parker, like he got into like a very well-known role, a very well-known character, very mostly beloved character by people.
Actually, I think when Stan Lee was still alive, he had said that Tom Holland really embodies what Peter Parker is supposed to be like. That's
People
I
may
think
not
why
like
he-
him, but he played great Spider-Man.
Yeah, he
He
does.
really did.
I know some people are saying he's not as... He's actually more like Miles than Peter Parker.
No, because you gotta remember.
No.
Was-
In the comics, Peter Parker doesn't like Tony Stark. He doesn't like, I want to say, the idea of Tony Stark.
I don't know anything about that. But when I think of Peter Parker, he was really a high school kid going into college, and
Oh no,
he was
in that
just
aspect of Peter, yeah, he's a great Peter Parker.
yeah, absolutely.
But in the aspect of the comics, he's more like Miles, because I think Miles likes Tony Stark.
Miles Morales.
Yeah, but he likes Tony Stark. He likes, he thinks Tony Stark is cool, and he doesn't. And Peter Parker doesn't like the idea of the idea of Tony Stark. It's not like because he's like all about the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Tony. But in the comics, I have to look up. I have to look at it. I think it's what it is because I remember seeing something on it about it.
And I was watching a video on YouTube, and they were saying like Stan Lee had said that he literally thought Tom Holland embodied what Peter Parker was supposed to be. So that's probably.
It was a video I saw a while ago, and it was basically saying how the current MCU Spider-Man acts more like Miles Morales over Peter Parker. Because I guess Peter Parker isn't like the biggest fan of Tony Stark. And, I mean, I'm not doing it anyway, I don't care. And I guess Miles likes Tony Stark, but Peter Parker isn't big on Tony Stark. Anyway, it's your turn.
Did not know that.
I just happened to see it.
I was never too big on Spider-Man myself.
I find him
Never really
annoying.
was.
That's the big reason. Marvel Spider-Man, it's a phenomenal game. Great game. One big flaw with it. Spider-Man.
It really is. It's kind of like that Batman game. It's an open world. You have side quests. You have your main story, and it looks really, really awesome and great.
Yep.
And when you're not a fan of Spider-Man, it makes it. But I mean, from what we've played, it really is a great game.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I watched Jacksepticeye's whole series on it, and it was a good series, but it's just...
It's
again,
Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man. He's not the coolest superhero out there. He's never been my favorite.
I think he'd be cooler if he had organic webs and not machine webs. I think the organic
Even
webs...
still, he's just...
He'd be slightly cooler. But Spider-Man... This is why I like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, was because
It
he
was
had...
all organic. It
was
actually
organic.
came out of
It made
space.
sense for Spider-Man. Like, he opened by Spider and he got what powers? Wall climbing? Strength? Yeah, no, I know Tom Holland is a huge fan of Tony in the movies, but in the comics, I don't believe Peter Parker... this is why they're saying Peter Parker acts more like Miles Morales, because in the comics, I believe Peter Parker isn't the biggest fan of Tony Stark, where Miles Morales is. I know the movies are different, but the movies are always going to be different. But the comics, he acts more like Miles in the movies.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, what were we talking about? Oh, that's what. Yeah, but I think
the organic, like...
yeah, like Spider-Man doesn't really get anything for powers, and it's like, and he
Well, he uses spidey senses and enhance. Right.
Okay, but I get that. But like, I think it would be so much cooler. It would make him so much more sense if like the fight just like made him have organic web things. I don't know. I haven't seen gameplay of it because I don't like Spider-Man.
The Miles Morales one is pretty cool because the tricks he can pull off are pretty neat. Like swinging.
I've seen the end of Spider-Man though. I know what happens in the game.
Of the Miles Morales one?
No, just Spider-Man.
Oh,
That doesn't surprise me. Anyways, read.
Actually, that is true. Miles got more powers than Peter. He also got electricity, whatever it was.
I don't follow the comics.
But yeah, Miles Morales got like not only Peter's powers, but he also somehow got like this electric power thing, so he can do zappy zap stuff.
I don't know.
I'm just not a big fan of Spider-Man.
I don't like really any of the Spider-Mans actually. The only really cool, I don't know. The only Spider-Man I like is Spider-Man Noir. Well, it's because it's noir. That's the only reason. I like the noir films, like always the black and white kind of those films.
Yeah. But I'm just a Wolverine, Deadpool, Nightcrawler, Thor fan. Those guys. Anyway, back to the game. What did you see in the...
Instant? What did you see in Instant?
I know, I'm trying to comprehend, like, what did you see in the instant that... Shouldn't it be, what did you see in the instant that the crime occurred? What, my brain is not working correct.
Just read it how you want to read it.
That crime occurred.
Why did my brain just, like, fucking... Oh my god. Okay, anyway, she said it before.
She was talking shit about us? Oh, okay. Ooh. My first hate... Yeah, I will never forget my first hate comment. This lady commented on one of my YouTube videos, and she's like, I was singing Austin and Ally the whole time while this video was going on. I'm like, okay.
Cool.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings? It's very hard to hurt... It's very hard to hurt my feelings, and... No, yeah, it's very hard to hurt my feelings. So he's invisible, shock ability, and shock ability, and he can heal. So that's cool, I guess. Well, we all have those. Well, I'm not that I'm trying to speak badly about your mother, but we all have those family members. I
have a lot of family members. We don't even talk to most of them on my mom's side of the family. Only my Aunt Bonnie, my Aunt Sylvia. And that's about it.
Oh, really? Oh, I was thinking of somebody else. You know who? Probably. Hmm? You.
Ah, okay.
Oh. Sorry, I don't feel like talking about sickness and death. That's kind of very boring in my conversation.
Kind of morbid. And just. Yeah. That's you.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his name.
Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When it came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much.
Somehow I think the characters in my story have gone through worse than this. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that in that instant. I tried, but the words would come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago, you must have been 14. It's understandable.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I would become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes you tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime.
Really? Hold up.
There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor?
Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course. But this happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and he fled to my sister's office.
Well, why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective's office and the questioning room were across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force.
What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dart case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Lana used to be a detective? Better have another talk with her. Detention center.
I knew that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, the characters, or a specific character in my story went through worse than that. No, I'm trying to one-up her, but, because it is horrible what she went through, but, yeah, because I think you know character I'm talking about these, I think. Oh, well, I'll tell you afterwards.
Cordelia?
No, the other one.
Genevieve?
No, different story.
Oh, different story.
The one where she's pregnant.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, that's kind of a sometimes can be bad. Lana. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Oh, boy. Falsifying evidence.
It's alright. Totally alright.
Oh, no, you're good. We're not bothered by it. I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing,
Yeah, playing. You were right.
Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks.
Lana, Emma told me about you.
Oh?
About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about that unusual change of jobs?
I suppose you have the right to know, Mr. Wright.
A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today.
Oh, sorry. Which was the fact?
The fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. My favorite Marvel character is Wolverine. Hands down. Always has been. He's such a badass and I love his powers.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Mr. Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
I wonder to who. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is...
Sorry. No, just what's wrong with this? Mom, when you go to Twitch, do you have like a bar like no, not you. Like, do you have a bar of like points underneath? Oh, did you read that one?
Yes.
Galaxy, do you have like a bar underneath like the chat like Prius and Pico have?
Okay. At 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? He's probably dead already. I'm pretty sure he got murdered in the police department. Well, no, like...
Probably, because there was a lot of blood there.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood. And then, you know, there was barely any blood at the crime scene. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve the Justine.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before.
It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Sorry, Chief Sand.
Chief Gant?
You said Sand wrong.
Well.
He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Demon Zant He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports were ever filed.
Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so she could use the experience in court, right? Zan's help in the SL9 case was crucial to the resolution. Oh, did I say DL6?
No.
No.
You said
Okay.
No, you said
No.
Okay. After that, he became chief of the police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago.
No yawning. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Demon Zan, right?
Yes! Deputy Chief Zant and I shared the same office and the same investigations.
They even have the same office.
We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place.
He tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
How do you tell us?
Demon Zant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning. Yes? Can I help you too?
No, nothing. No, continue.
Nothing?
Carry on. If I can't yawn, you can't yawn.
I can't help it.
Oh, you can't help it.
The dragon strike is on. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Zan and Marshall let their guards down and fled the room. From then, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Zan and myself. That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Mom?
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Zant and Marshall were questioning Drake.
Dark.
Oh, Dark.
Dark. His name is Dark.
That's you.
No, I know.
How did Dark get killed, though?
So I'm guessing how it's presenting itself was he was tackled on the ground by Neil Marshall.
Neil was stabbed in the back.
Yeah, he stabbed him and he collapsed. That's how it's presenting itself. I'm very sure it's not true. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
3 bodies?
Prosecutor Marshall.
Wait, no, that's me.
Oh, sorry.
Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out,
and suspect Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck the final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It's still probably not what happened. To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma and carried her out of the room and just held her.
Can't blame her. Her sister must have gone through. After all her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Please hold. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident?
That's right. Quite a coincidence.
I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance.
But the case was solved. But that case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. He was executed. No, he's not satisfied because I don't think he didn't think that he died like that. Life didn't end. Life doesn't end with the closing of the case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Demon Zant and I shared. The chief's office. Oh, sorry. The office that Mr. Zant now occupies himself. The chief's office.
Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Stop doing that.
You stop doing it.
Ugh. I don't see a Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Oh. Things seem quite quiet around here today.
You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though.
Why don't we look around for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later.
We'll go to
The...
You want to go talk to Marshall.
Okay, so we're going in the right place.
So you want to go to...
There he is.
You went to detention. Then head to the police department. Talk to Marshall.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Yes.
Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
Never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Okay, Sarah, Sarah. Never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck would run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Billy?
It must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go on the evidence from today, partner.
Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why did prospectors head west? Whenever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
I don't think so.
Looks like I won't be getting steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me, either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent, the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, alright. But the initial autopsy report, the question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match for the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Facts have been concealed with forged evidence. That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that S-minus are left behind.
I got the looks, but he got the brains.
I don't know, he's kind of cute too. I mean, yes. Miles already has my heart. I'm just saying he's kind of cute.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Should we help you with something? Okay, I don't know what that means.
You know, me being your boyfriend and all.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Goof. I'm stealing your blanket.
Please don't. Oh.
Okay, now you're done with that. Now I can read. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he? Your brother?
He was 27 at the time. Jesus, that's like my age. Holy shit. Wait, these guys are all really young then at that time. Okay, hold on. How old did it say this guy is?
Well, if you give me like 2 seconds while I get comfy again. Cause yeah.
He's 33.
He would have been 31.
But he's the younger brother, I thought.
No. The prosecutor was. Neil was younger.
I thought he was younger.
No.
I thought the one who got murdered was older.
No.
Oh, I must have completely been reading it wrong then. I thought he was the younger brother.
I think that's why he took the death so hard, because he was the older brother. He was supposed to protect.
Oh, shit. Huh. Weird. Alright. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? The King of Prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother.
The day the S-Line incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. Tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered. The evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They?
Who are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean, Demon Gant and Lama Sky.
Zant and Sky.
Yes. I'm sorry, I said Demon Zant wrong. The investigation lead, Damon Zant, and his second in command, Lama Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Zant, the chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. A secret started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Demon Zane. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today.
Well, those new.
Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina.
So now you're gonna go to the chief's office.
This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
You're all good, Galaxy. You do what you need to do.
That's kind of more important than watching your stream.
Mm-hmm.
This must be everyone's busy. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. The chief prosecutor saying what she did to the decision. And the decision about what to do.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Yeah, you don't want to work. You don't want to be working at a grocery store when it's at those holidays.
Nope. No, you don't.
Oh, sorry, that's me, isn't it?
Yes.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office.
Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go to the chief's office.
Okay. Alright. A giant ass organ. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
This sounds like Ganon music.
Actually, it kind of does.
Granted, I should know I caught Ganon on accident.
Still one though.
Oh, I know I won.
So. Oh. Where am I?
In the chief's office, silly. At least, that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until I tried teaching. I never could remember where the sea was.
Hmm? Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. That paper he was reading in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
Swimming in the sea of court? Yeah!
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. What?
I was wondering if that could have been like the King Prosecutor's Trophy.
I don't think so. Something's not right with this picture.
Wait! The vase is in the background!
Oh my god, you're right! I just noticed that too!
I was just looking at him like, wait a second, look at the picture! Oh shit! It's in the background!
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I'm sorry? I need to clear the air on this one. Unstable jar? That vase, it's missing a piece. I'm sorry, it's leaning more into the theory that he's the one that killed him. Well, okay, hear me out. He could have knocked out Joe Drake.
Joe Dark.
Whatever. He could have knocked out Joe Drake. He knocked.
Joe Dark.
But let me finish, please. He could have rendered Joe Drake unconscious. Okay, giving him a concussion, so he was passed out. He came in, he took the vase and hit him over the where that piece stabbed him, or the vase killed him or stabbed him. Then he left, and then Lana came in.
Seem to put my finger on it though. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh, but this office. This was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Yeah, he is hiding somewhere.
Maybe he has a few skeletons in the closet. Or in the pipe organ. Just grind him up, put him in the dust in there.
Could be right. It could actually be used for alchemy. Or something, who knows?
Maybe that's how he summons his demons.
Either that, or the organ is like a secret entranceway. You just have to hit the right keys in the right order, then it just like opens up to a back room where he does like sacrificial offerings and shit.
That's why he killed Neil Martin for the sacrifice.
He needed specifically a cowboy to do it. Just Jake Marshall wasn't around. Neil was, so he's like, why not?
Well, looks like we aren't welcome.
It seems that case isn't over yet after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. Excuse me. That means there must be a reason he didn't want us looking around.
Should you be excused?
I would hope so.
You mean like a clue?
There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. I don't like it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes. No one's here today. Not even the star.
Everyone's probably busy looking into exactly what went down in the evidence room. That must be where all the that must be where all the detectives are.
English. Do you know it?
No. I know ASL. That's what I was trying to do. I did here.
Mm-hmm. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
That made me 4:40. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
Gotta find all the answers by tomorrow.
Mr. Edgeworth isn't here.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee? He took a real beating in court today.
Yeah, with Lana admitting the fault to falsifying evidence 2 years ago, I guess we're...
I guess we'll just have to come back later.
Did you go to the evidence room?
We can't...
No, the evidence room, not the chief's room.
You went to the chief's office, right? Criminal affairs.
Wait.
Criminal affairs, the bottom one.
Because you're going to talk to the gumshoe.
Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe.
Did you get what you needed from the chief?
The photo?
We got the photo in his room, and then he was like, oh yeah, get out.
Also, as we inspect said photo, we have the vase in our possession, which leads me to believe that the vase, the missing piece in the vase, is the one that killed Neil Marshall, and I'm thinking Demon Zant did it.
Well, the thing is didn't he say that after he was killed, he was awarded that?
No, the vase behind them.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have that vase.
But didn't he say that after he was killed, he was awarded with that highest
No, the day of.
Oh, the day of? Okay. Okay.
Oh, we still have this photo.
Video, not photo.
It's a moving photo.
Okay. Just curious.
Yes.
A moving photo.
Yeah.
That would be a...
Victims of Joe Drake. Jason Knight.
Joe Dart.
Joe Drake. Edward Jones. Edith Kirby. Jeb Bates. Jason Knight. Rachel Moss. And Neil Marshall. Trial data. Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Witnesses Lana Skye, Emma Skye. Investigation Task Force. Executive investigators Demon Zant and Lana Skye. Head investigators Bruce Goodman. Investigators Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. Closed. Serial murder death.
And you're going to present Gumshoe with a switchblade knife.
Okay.
And it's going to open more topics of conversation.
Okay.
Which you should then discuss.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were just there as options. Anyways.
I'm just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No, why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes. Edgeworth. Blue Badger. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to come down to it.
About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it with the label
SL9?
On it. Can I help you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive? Okay. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
Yes?
What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget it again. Hey, Prius, thanks for lurking.
Hey, Prius.
Oh, she's playing Smash and Food. No. The Last Resort. Yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Sky's the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, prosecutors responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who didn't like him. Are you sure there's no way I can help you?
No, I'm all set.
You're all set. Are you sure you wouldn't like to read all of this?
Oh no, I'm good.
You are.
Please, continue.
May I?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, just making sure.
You're all set to read? Go.
Just making sure.
You're all set?
We could just get on with
But now, with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him?
In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
Can you English?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Hey, Dick. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. Gotta take me back to that joint sometime. Okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him.
I don't think anyone would.
With all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth.
He loves
I
Edgeworth.
was concerned about Edgeworth.
He loves him.
I know.
Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, he was trying to protect some girl.
Me.
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized that it was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forgot. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon.
Which we did, we got that extra.
My choice.
Yeah. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day, on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
with a car? So it was an accident.
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
Jesus. He killed a man that witnessed the accident.
Oh.
He walked by just then. Oh, it's...
You can read that real quick, huh?
Nice, yeah.
I saw something about a kid.
Yeah, Jogger came upon the scene. Damn. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So, he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily, Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Okay, so he just said that was all conjecture. So that means
It means nothing.
basically, I mean, what if it wasn't? No, what am I trying to say?
What if he didn't do the killing, but someone else did?
What if Gant did it?
That one's
he,
and he was just someone who pinned it on. He was a scapegoat.
yeah. What if because of what Joe Dark did, they tried to use him as
Scapegoat.
yeah, like a scapegoat, and then because of something or other, Zant, whatever, he tried to murder. I don't know why he would go to murder.
Emma saw it?
I don't know, but I was just kind of brainstorming.
He could have let him go. So Demon Zant could have let him go, let him run off. He went to chase, and then maybe he killed Marshall because maybe Marshall was picking up on the fact that he was doing the killing. Demon Zant.
Possibly. Although they said it was Joe Dark who they found in the room unconscious, though. So.
Well, yeah, but Neil Marshall was going after him. Neil Marshall knocked him unconscious.
Yeah, in the room. And then
He was on top of him with a knife in his back. But if he knocked him unconscious trying to render him unconscious, I don't know how that would get the knife in his back.
I don't know. I was just kind of brainstorming.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. This knife was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. He traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it as a murder weapon. Using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. Yeah, and...
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
Ah. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber.
It's pretty conclusive.
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant.
I don't think he'll be giving us money.
No, it's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The Chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around, and if that's okay.
No, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What, really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Good thing we have Goodman's ID.
But he's dead.
Any detective's ID card can
No,
get you in there. We have Goodman's ID card.
No, I know we have Goodman's ID card.
So shouldn't that be able to get us
They
in
could have deactivated it.
This quickly?
Well, he's been dead for 3 days.
I don't know if they would have time to at the moment with everything going on. So you never know. Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. See, I told you. I told you. Detective Goodman's ID card.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
Oh, well, you were right. Okay. Never mind. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Oh.
So in other words, she was our only chance of getting into that office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would change his mind. Oh. Move! Entrance. Move! Underground parking lot. Move! High prosecutor's office.
I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is! Look, he's writing something. It looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Sure, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Like some people, I don't have all day. I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Just... Huh? And then you pick it up? Just distract him, I'll check it out.
Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look.
What letter of red?
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died.
Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. I bet that's what we're gonna do with Gumshoe. He's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna help you out now! Oh, go in there! Oh, it's accurate! Oh! Most likely. That's just my assumption. But you know what they say about assuming, right? About the word assume?
Well, you should obviously assume everything.
No, but you know what they say about assume, right? Makes an ass out of you and me. You know, ass, the letter U, and then me. It spells assume. Jokes. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes?
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding is a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Cool. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. Nothing I do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edward.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Edward can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
When are you not on his nerves?
Because he's a dick.
Well, he's not that, but
yes, he is.
Well, Mr. Edwards, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Ugh. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are thinking. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture, something seems strange about it.
Really?
Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this.
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning and drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Asked to take something back? Take something back?
This. A screwdriver.
Oh, it's like this is boggy, but you know, that's okay. Oh yeah, Chief Zant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes. It was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago.
16.
He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake?
Obviously for my sake.
Yes, of course. Very well. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. Then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
It's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant. Interesting. Oy, oy, oy. Oh shit, my ice cream's probably soup now. Soup. And then I have a water. A big thing of water.
We'll discuss everything you can with English.
Excuse me?
Oh boy. Here she is, the prostitute.
Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Miss Star. I guess she's out of lunches.
I'm assuming you didn't enter the phone number?
No.
No, you didn't enter the phone number. I'm not sure if it's the password.
Oh no, it's been years. It's not a...
Yeah. Oh, you bet. There's really stuff. Because no one can make a simple cookies and cream ice cream that's a pint size. Anyways.
Yeah, I've never seen a cookies and cream pint size.
The Cheesecake Factory made one, but it was okay. Too cheesecakey. And Ben & Jerry's has one, but it has a cookie and a cheesecake core.
Oh, it does?
It just ruins it.
So you're looking for just regular cookies
Yes.
and cream ice cream?
I'm waiting for Hood to come out and make it. Like, and I tried Halo Top. Almost. I tried Halo Top, I think, and that was isn't like the ice cream.
Yes.
You certainly are the curious one, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who said the
You know, that is actually a really good question. Who was the person who went up to a cow and said, I'm gonna suck on its udders and see what comes out. I bet it's fucking delicious. And they did it and they're like, damn, this shit's fire.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up the case from that, digging up that case from 2 years ago. You know ice cream is meant to,
There's still so much here.
be enjoyed.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness?
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. The roast beef is meant to be savored lean.
Miss Star's hatred towards Lana.
Maybe she's so convinced that she killed Goodman is because she hated her for firing her.
Could be. That definitely could be. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Oh, sad music.
Oh boy.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive. I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Her?
Lana Sky. My sister. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo. Lana and Chief Zant. Oh, sorry. Lana and Chief Zant. The legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked with how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Drake got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious that the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have the proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save
Goodman.
Were
Which
released.
means except for Goodman.
That's just really good English. All of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most of us even so much without as an explanation.
That seemed very difficult for you.
Then Lana Sky was transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used?
Demon Zant and Lana Sky. Zant led the investigation with Lana in second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Demon Zant's magnetism, in particular, was most unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He had produced the most incredible evidence in cases he'd handled. It's probably a fake. Forged. And you thought Manfred von Karma was bad. Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Back then everyone looked up to Lana, all the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. That was everyone's day today. What'd you guys do?
Work.
We made meatballs.
It was a really easy work day, though.
Oh, you're so cute.
What's that dog's name?
I don't know if that's a name, or it's just Poultry Pup, I think. He's so adorable.
Not Poultry Pup. You said Poultry Pup.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Polter Pup. Like Poltergeist.
Whatever. He doesn't have a name though. He's just so damn
Poultry's
cute.
the name of your horse. And a past fish.
From very long ago. In the chat. Huh? Stuffed animal, where? Oh! Okay, good to know. What was it? What was the stuffed animal?
It was a bear.
I think I might still have that actually.
A bear named Poultry.
Because Debbie was making fun of you. You didn't name at Walmart when they had that bear thing. And Debbie and Daryl.
I'll have to look in my closet to see if I can find it.
And then Debbie couldn't get over the fact that you were like 3 and you named this bear Poultry. The way you got Poultry from, we had no idea.
I probably heard it somewhere.
Because she wanted a name Poultry.
Why did people question it?
It's a teddy bear, and you're naming it Poultry, which is
Chicken.
chicken,
I know it's
turkey,
chicken.
you know.
Bird.
Yes. That you eat. It's poultry.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay. But, you know, that's...
She hated anything crooked and always watched out for other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from the shock. And that's what makes it all the more infuriating. To start. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her.
Okay.
Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Zant. Chief Zant's powerful influence. Chief. That's right, having Celtius in 9 cases positioned as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
Holy shit. So... he literally controls not only the police, but every single prosecutor. Maybe not Edgeworth. Which is why Goodman's body was found in Edgeworth's car.
Maybe.
Because maybe Edgeworth is like trying to be defective, like he's defecting from the rest of the prosecutors, going against what Gant might want, and Gant is not liking that, so he could possibly be trying to undermine
Coax him out?
Edgeworth and make him seem like a bad guy.
He could have been the one spreading the rumors.
That too.
But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since the case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last. I'm getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Stark.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create a fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
So now you want to go back to the old vans.
Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files.
Sounds dreadful.
I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken,
Desk jockey.
I think he means desk jockey.
I beat you to it. Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. We got something that might change your mind on this.
We do now.
Well, you're gonna head to the chief's office and talk. Well, present the letter of resignation.
Ding ding ding!
Well, you knew that was fun.
Yup. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. You'll be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. They have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make Gumshoe change his mind.
Oh no, Edgeworth's resigning. Oh. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? Can't believe they've pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I've made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out...
They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, he may already be as good as terminated.
They can't fire him. What? He's like the best part of the game, one of the best parts.
Yeah, he is. So at least do me this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Tucked swiftly into my pocket. Notice how it said swiftly, just like... What? What happened? What happened here?
So now you know where you're gonna go.
Let's look around! Here goes, Mr. Wright. Oh, sorry. It sounds like Hyrule Castle. It sounds like Hyrule Castle.
It does.
This sounds like a Ganon boss battle. Yeah. Did you hear it?
It's like the dialogue before the fight.
Yeah.
Like the music that you hear when it's the dialogue right before the fight.
We're in. If anyone finds us now...
Detective Gumshoes are gone. That happens. I'm counting on you to bail me out.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't...
I wasn't
Sorry.
sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too.
Yeah?
If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Crushed and rendered unusable in pocket.
Okay.
Hey, don't do that to my card. Hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, this all of a sudden turned into Star Wars. I got a bad feeling.
Yeah, that would be the safe that you want to check out.
Oh, a safe?
Yeah.
Any day now.
This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay. You say so.
It looks like the code needs to be entered in this panel. It needs to be entered in this panel to open it. Oh.
I wonder what 7 digits we could put in there. Huh? Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's... I have a better idea. It goes nothing. Well, what do you know?
Huh?
Amazing, huh?
Bingo.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal? 77777777.
77777777777.
No, that was too many sevens. The final ID card number on that record.
What?
The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. So we were right all along. It was Sam.
It was obvious.
Yeah. You mean 7777777? That ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. Oh, no. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number.
Really?
We've known him for 2 days.
We've known it for a while.
No, for quite a while.
Say, anyone care to look inside, or is it just gonna collect dust?
Go right ahead, Emma. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons. Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh. Be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. This is all of a sudden turning into a fucking Scooby-Doo episode. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never... Oh, oop.
Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
Wanna go back to the safe?
Mary?
Shelves are mostly empty.
I'm lingering with suspense.
Lingering. Mom was to clean them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park.
Oh, they're standing next to the knight. So the vase... That's where the safe would be.
Are you sure that's the night?
I think so. Because look, if you look, that looks like the chest piece of it, right there.
I could have some reflecting on it. Oh no, wait, was it gold or no? That was taken. This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. Oh, excuse me. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. He went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? This was Lana's desk. Sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. It's like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her? Or in memory of the crime? The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. It's on the 2nd floor. This is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
Jesus.
Yeah. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? The music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment. Literally.
But aren't the Chief's ears affected?
Never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Zan's desk.
Speaking of that, I think we were here earlier.
I wonder
what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case name. SL9.
Huh. SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, Detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No. About evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Half-size list of evidence. The other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about the case.
It would appear so.
I guess it's time we're looking at the safe, isn't it?
I would say so. I would say it's a safe idea to do so. Hey! Oh, shut up now. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
Look, it's that's the missing piece!
Mm-hmm. A shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before?
Phoenix.
Listen, I'm just eating my ice cream while we're all looking into the safe. Don't blame me, okay?
There's something else in here, too.
What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. It's got a handprint on it.
There's a handprint. This is a handprint, isn't it? This could be Jake No, not Jake Marshall. Neil Marshall.
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Oh, right. Oh. Well, it's just a thought.
Is that it? That's all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case... I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9?
Come on, there's gotta be something you can show the detective. Yeah.
I would say... Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Wasn't that jar missing a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? No, that fragment we just found?
Literally, like 5 seconds ago, it was found.
You mean this one that was in the safe?
Yeah, that one.
The one I found in the fucking organ pipe.
How'd you fit in the organ pipe?
Carry on.
Yeah, that one. That was insane.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
I can piece this together again. And prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence.
You said say it wrong.
Yes, indeed. Here goes. Oh no, where could the last piece possibly go?
Meg, Keith.
There. It's like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But...
Hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. It's got blood. Or no, it's not blood, it's...
There's a reddish line on it! A reddish line!
Oh boy. That's blood.
Really?
Oh,
sorry.
Is blood? I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Why would he hide that in his safe?
This is what I can see.
There's blood.
It looks like a sideways smiley face.
Kinda.
Blood stains on the pieces are the spots.
This one's not.
It doesn't matter.
It's odd.
Oh wait.
This is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
I can't make it out. Better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I don't know, forget about this picture. So, that looks like,
Is it
vase.
killing you?
Yeah,
Wait. That looks like...
it could be the vase that he's using. And then he just put the knife, like, you know.
I'm just looking at those. Present...
Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So, you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
Mm-hmm. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead. Take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh? Come on. Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Okay, mister, let's get the prince. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed, the prince blow it away.
Are you my mom? Oh, I've been told a million times. Right. Let's get down to that.
Covering all areas.
Get like just this bottom part too, just in case.
What's everyone's plans for the rest of the night? I think we're gonna watch a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like Blazing Saddles or Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I'm thinking Blazing Saddles. Da, 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 da. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there.
I was actually looking for a certain someone. No.
Easy there, Tiger. It's Emma. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match?
I'll tell you whose fingerprints they were.
Whose fingerprints are they?
Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
No. They are not. Psst. Hey, you. Over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here. Maybe you should hold on to this. What are her prints doing?
Maybe she didn't pass out like she said they did. Like she said she did.
English.
No habla español. Yeah. Hold on.
That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's?
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Hannah. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Zant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
Intoxicated?
Drunk.
You said intoxicated.
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 I said intoxicated. I didn't say intoxicated.
That's what you said.
No, I did not. Intoxicated. I see.
So ever since Lon left, no one ever touches the desk?
No one except Chief Zan. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any future. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yes, we are actually thinking Sam did this now.
Why? I've thought this since, you know, his members were the only ones that were left on my couch for.
Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. So sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay. So what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Heck, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him?
Also, his beard like that's supposed to be like a seashell to represent his love for swimming.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There you go. Ignoring me again. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you and the coat? Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Okay. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out.
I'm sorry. There's something very creepy about him.
You think?
Well, it was for a while. I'm just like...
What if he's really Joe Dark?
And he killed... Wait, hold on.
I think they would know that, so, you know.
Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You, with the spiky hair. You're free to go.
Mr. Wright?
Okay.
Uh-oh. Look, pal. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
You didn't have to give us your card.
True. That is true. I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture.
Oh my god, you're finally starting to get the picture.
Why is she kept weirdly silent about all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
I see, so the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day Tomorrow's the final day in court.
Can you English?
Every once in a while. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I didn't mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Yeah, because he's a dick.
He's not a dick.
Yes, he is. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
That goes by Demon Zan, or the nickname Ganon.
You're going to present the unstable job.
Uh-huh. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So, you think I'm protecting this person?
Yep.
Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more likely. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom may I ask is this person you think you're... Who do you think I'm scared of? The one I am supposed to be frightened of.
Bada boom!
Take that!
Well, Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he's respectable, tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought for a board inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Zant?
Oh, look, you're doing the same pose.
Yeah.
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
Me. I had access because I'm second in command in that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Zant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Zant falsified evidence in our case.
The pot. Or jar, whatever you want to call it.
Vase?
Vase, yeah. Unstable jar. That's it. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident.
Ah, welcome to the stream. What's going on?
How's it going? The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself.
Ah, Demon Zant never learned his lesson.
Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touche, Mr. Wright. As you've surmised, I cannot disobey the Chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright, you can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of yeah, him.
Or perhaps you should say, I could say, following orders. Nature, yes, you'll have to show me later.
XP farm.
Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Mile Edgeworth's car.
Just casually in the trunk of his car. He said your name.
Hey, what's up?
Find a knife inside the tailpipe.
Blue eyes for sure. I like blue eyes better. Blue eyes white dragon.
I may or may not have mentioned that you like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Although my favorite card is Obelisk the Tormentor.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what you guys are talking about, and it's your turn to read.
Oh, okay. Just as I suspected. Red Eyes Black Dragon's pretty good too. It's got some good support. Dark Magician has some good support too, but I dismantled my deck and gave some stuff to a friend that uses it more than I did.
Did you read this?
Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Oh, sweet fucking Christ. 6 samurais. Oh.
Hey, Prius! You probably can't hear me, but hi!
Hey, Prius.
Wait, are you live? Oh! Okay! I thought you were live. Nice!
God, 6 samurai deck was a fucking pain to go up against.
So are you gonna tell him about your 5-card strategy?
Mm-hmm.
I think you said you wanted to say it or something. I know you mentioned it. Anyways, correct.
Wait, who? Him? Me? Pure evil. Oh, great.
I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered the murder weapon while inspecting the body.
Murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? Oh! An OTK. Okay.
1-turn kill for people who don't know Yu-Gi-Oh.
OTK is an acronym.
1-turn kill, please. Anyways.
See, I don't know that, so she's kind of explaining it to me.
Yes. For people who don't know what OTK means, it's 1-turn kill.
No. Okay, it wasn't it.
No. When I found the body, this was stuck. Oh! What? When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave the knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife!
You know. So he was already dead. You know.
Oh, I'll take this. Hey, he's already dead. Just get it right in there, you know.
Yeah, well.
Stomp on it a little bit. That would be Edgeworth's knife?
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
That is the reason for the bandage on your right hand.
Yes, it seems like I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Starr. Huh. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
That killed him? That would make sense, actually. It took a lot of work to finally close Dark's case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't want it to ever be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister. To tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Zant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted the fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke with him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh.
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind. He still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room?
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's feelings. We've got to get to the bottom of everything.
As you see, we don't listen to all the orders.
Nope. Especially you.
Me? What's listening to orders? I've never heard of such a thing.
Detective Goodman's real murderer. We still don't know who that is technically, but I'm assuming it's him. It all went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. So you call it here tonight.
I plan on it.
Yeah, because now the next day.
Is there going to be an intermission in the trial tomorrow?
No.
No?
Not that I'm aware of.
So we might be able to finish this game tomorrow morning.
Possibly.
And if we can do that, if you want, we can stream Subnautica tomorrow night. If you want to.
Or something else, doesn't matter. Because I kind of want to see more Hyrule Warriors.
You just want to play it, don't you? A little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. Alright, cool. Thank you for joining us. I am 99.98% sure Demon Zant is the one that killed Goodman and potentially...
Unless your mom could have been right. Or, no.
Goodman.
No, never mind. Yeah, Goodman. Not Neil. Right.
I don't think Emma killed Neil. She could have killed Joe Drake, but she could have killed, I don't know.
And it's Joe Dark.
Drake, Dark.
Dark and Drake are very different, you know. Drake's a nice guy. Him and I go to the club off and have a couple of drinks. Dark is just completely different.
Well, Emma's obviously involved.
But
And chances are...
I'm guessing she doesn't know she's involved.
No, she probably doesn't. But she probably killed...
Neil?
Yeah. I don't think she did it on purpose, obviously.
She could have.
Remember, the lights went out and then the lightning came.
True.
She could have killed him on accident.
She could have thought that she was going after
Dark.
That's a
because
good
remember,
point.
the tip of the knife was broken in what's-his-face's body, in Neil's body.
True. Very true. Ooh, okay.
That's very, very true.
So this is going to be the trial the next morning. So I might want to save everything.
I saved it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, there's lots we're going to unfold tomorrow. So thank you all for joining us. It's been fun. A lot was revealed, which is cool. And,
Yes.
I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm very excited to see where this goes. If you guys are new...
As much as I've read it, I don't know what's happening in the trial, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you guys are new and you want to stay informed on this case, make sure you hit follow. It's a very
Tomorrow morning, don't forget.
Yes, tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Tomorrow morning we're gonna go live around 10:30ish, so we can both wake up. That's actually kind of generally when we should start shooting anyways. Depending on when we get up, it's. But yes. What? My phone went off. My favorite doctor is talking to me. Anyways, alright. That I love Eccleston. He was such a fantastic doctor. I wish I had more slides. Break the band-aid. Alright. Yes, so if you guys are new, make sure you
See you,
follow.
Prius.
In the chat, well, we're gonna be going on anyways. So in the chat, I put links to Discord, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you follow them. You can join Discord, that's where you'll find me more often than not. We're going to be going live tomorrow morning with this. We're going to finish up this game, and then that'll be exciting. Yes. Depending on it. Alright. So, we're going to send you guys to Prius Lighthorn. He is just chatting, and he has two adorable little puppies. So make sure you follow him for them and for him. Have a good day, and we'll see you all next time.
See you, everybody.
And have a good night, Facebook viewers. We'll see you all tomorrow.